Bottom to the top hoops, what we like to do is we like to basically put you on to what's going on. Creating highlight reels, what we are setting the platform up for. Kids that are not on the radar, where we can give them a look and get them a look. All right? And log on to that bottomtothetop.hoops.com.
Hey, what's going on? This is your boy E. Jones, Bottom to the Top Hoops, here in Jersey City, St. Peter's University, with the head man in charge, my man Shaheen Holloway. Shaheen, man, first of all, I'm so proud because I know the journey of all of us as players, New Yorkers, people who have played and watched the game. For you to be able to make your way through the ranks and become a head coach at the Division I level, no less, is something that's definitely amazing. So I want to just commend you on that. So before we go into the history, this was your first year here at St. Peter's. How was that in terms of a transition and being in that seat where you're the head guy making all the decisions and have all the responsibility?
You know, first of all, I appreciate you having me on, E. Thanks. You know, it was a gift and a curse, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it was taking over this time last year, like April.
Okay.
I was very fortunate to work for a guy, Kevin Willard at Seton Hall.
Yep.
For 11 years.
Okay.
And so, you know, he pretty much let me run the program.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so obviously it's not like the same as being in the top seat, but
yep.
you know, I was used to running practice, you know, making subs, you know, just doing a lot of little things.
He empowered you?
Well, a lot, you know,
okay.
and that was a good thing for me because from day one he said, if you don't want to be head coach, I don't want you working for me. You know, and so he let me do it. I run practice, you know, went and do interviews, TV shows, all that type of stuff. At the game, I did all the post-game stuff on the radio.
Okay.
So, you know, so stuff like that kind of get me ready for where I'm at today.
Okay. Obviously, you've had a storied career as a player, and without having that as a backdrop, I think people need to know. For the people who don't know, the people who are basketball people, we know, but I want to be able to share with our viewers exactly what it looked like for you, because you don't just end up as a head coach out of nowhere, right?
No, it was a journey.
So coming up in Queens.
Yep.
What part of Queens?
Jamaica, South Jamaica.
South Jamaica.
Yep.
You were one of the first guys that made that trip over the water. So I'm a big guy and a proponent of kids, you know, staying home, and you know where I stand on that. But I also preface that by saying, you know, it's not right for everybody.
Yeah. And
it can be a good fit. So what was the determining factor for you to say, you know what, I'm going to take that trip for 4 years, no less, to go to St. Patrick's, and we know how it worked out, but what was it like on the front end?
Well, it was tough. You know, I remember sitting down talking to Dave. Dave Edwards is like, back then kind of like my mentor.
Big shout out to Dave Edwards, man. You know, positive direction.
Yeah, great dude, man. You know what I mean? So he was kind of like my mentor. You know, don't go out there, you don't know those people. But it's just something that, you know, I felt like I had to do. You know, I was getting in trouble a lot.
Okay.
In the city. You know, my godmother stayed out here.
Okay.
You know, my cousin played at St. Pat's.
Wow. Okay. So there was some history of people that you knew that.
Well, my cousin played. You know, God bless his day, he passed away. But my cousin Chris Clemens played out here.
Okay.
So my godmother, you know, she would tell my mother like, "Yo, we need to get him out of there." It wasn't South Jamaica. Everybody who know me know it wasn't good for me at the time.
Okay.
A lot of street stuff going on. You know, and just something that I wanted to do for a year. Came out here, tried it. You know, if you know me, you know that I like to do my own thing.
Okay.
Like I'm a trendsetter. I don't like doing what everybody else do.
Okay.
You know, I do my own thing. If I ain't come out here, I was gonna go to Forest Hills.
Okay.
Me and Kamani. You know, so it's funny. So,
man, K Young.
You know, so me and Kamani. So it's either Forest Hills or Bishop Locker.
Okay.
Yeah, no, excuse me, LaSalle too at the time. Skirt McClancy, because I played for Artie Clocks.
Okay.
I played for Artie. So McClancy or Forest Hills. And then you know, I just came out here and just the first year was tough. And then, you know, I rocked out and I seen a glimpse of what it could be. And then, like I said, nobody really heard of St. Pat's, but I'm a trendsetter. I want to do my own thing. And then, as you know, 4 years later,
McDonald's All-American.
Had it rocking. And then, you know, the crazy thing is because what you said earlier, you know, about staying in the city, which I didn't want to come out here, but it saved my life.
Wow.
Like on some real, it saved my life because I wouldn't have never been doing this what I'm doing right now if I didn't make that move.
Because we can see what's in front of us, right? What's in front of us, and when we come out the house, and you know, I grew up in the Bronx, and there was many challenges.
Yep.
But as you see those challenges, we see the things that are right in front of us, right?
Yes.
The negativity.
Yes.
And then the basketball is the savior, because when we get on the court in the gym, and still now when you're in practice, that's the safe haven.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
That's what I'm trying to tell my players right now.
Mm-hmm.
For those 2-3 hours we're in the court, nothing matters but that.
Yeah.
You know, to take you away from all the other distractions that's going on.
So you go to St. Pat's, have a great career, well publicized. Now you make it to the McDonald's game. How was that when did you find out? How did you find out? What was that like?
You know what? So I tell people all the time, you know, when I go talk to kids, like, you gotta have a story.
Okay.
Everyone have a story. Everybody's story is different. But my story was different because I always played up. Like, so I see kids right now playing the age group. So if you're 16, you playing 16s. Like, I always played up. When I was in 9th grade, I played unlimited with Primetime.
Okay.
Like James Bryan, you know, he.
Okay. Yep.
Like, he helped me out.
Sid Jones, James Bryan, those guys. Yeah.
Speedy, Anthony Mason. You know, all of those guys. No, that's all the guys I played with.
East Orange Pro. I was in there. I was there.
As a 9th grader, you know.
Okay.
So, and then, you know, then I ended up playing 1 year with Buster. You know, Buster.
Of course.
So that helped me. So now when I see kids right now, and I don't knock it, you know, I understand.
Everybody's who they are.
I understand it's for the program, especially a sneaker company. You got to do it to maintain your sponsorship. I get it. But when I see kids play their age group right now, it kind of bothers me a little bit. Because I'm like
especially if you're talented.
But not even that, you got kids playing 15, 16 that starting varsity. And it's like, how's that helping them? It's helping the program.
That goes back to a different conversation, Shah, that probably would take us 2 days to complete.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, we understand that the people who are in position to help kids also have to help themselves.
Yes, and I don't knock it. Like I said, I don't knock it.
But just your personal perspective is that was your story.
But my thing is, if you're gonna play this game and want to play at a high level, you gotta push yourself.
Challenge yourself.
Big time. So going back to me with the McDonald's game, I laughed because I was ready for it because that's what I did my whole life. You know, playing against the best every time out. And when I was in 9th grade, playing against guys from 12th grade, Brian Walker, you know, Dave, Kenny, like, I played against all those guys when I was in 9th grade.
So now, proof positive that you were ready, you get the MVP of the McDonald's game.
Yeah, and I was fortunate. You know, that class was crazy.
Talk about it.
You know.
Talk about it. I listen. I know who was there.
You know,
Let the people know who was there.
You look at. I think it was only like 3 or 4 guys from that class that didn't make the NBA.
Okay.
I think it was me. Unfortunately, I got an ankle injury in the Sweet 16 that had me out a year and a half. One of the best guards I ever played against, Ed Cota, was in that game. Queens native Willie Dersh.
Yes.
You know,
playing for Virginia.
Yep, Vasil Afterman that went to.
Man, we had a lot of New York guys back then,
yeah,
right?
It was
Vasil played at North Carolina.
In North Carolina, he's from Long Island. And he played in Long Island. So I think we was like the only guys that really didn't. And Lester Earl, who had the biggest name,
I remember that.
didn't do it. And then the other guy was Ronnie Fields. He broke his neck.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Ronnie. So now you got Kobe, Rich Hamilton, Jermaine O'Neal, Mike Bibby, Martine Cleaves,
And you was the MVP.
Yeah, the list go on and on. The best guy in the game, I thought, was Tim Thomas. You got realize 6'10" doing guard stuff. It was
big shout out
amazing.
to PC.
Facts.
So McDonald's All-American, you come to Seton Hall. Obviously at that time.
Not to cut you off, you know why I went there?
Why?
2 reasons. One, once again, I'm a trendsetter. Seton Hall was kind of down.
I remember because you got to remember I believe it was 91. They made it to the Final Four with Terry DeHare,
all those guys.
Yeah.
So
and then they kind of dropped.
And then PJ left.
Yep.
Went to got the job with the Portland Trailblazers.
Yes, I remember that.
So then Coach Brenny came in, do what I love to this day. He had a hard time getting players to come and commit. So me and Tim were supposed to go there together. Me and Tim Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah. So I committed first on the Mike Quick show. And
okay.
He was supposed to come behind me, but he ended up going to Villanova. So it ended up being. But 2 reasons I went there. One, I wanted to stay close to home.
Okay.
I had a daughter at the time.
Okay.
And I wanted to start my own thing. And last one, because the kid, Lavelle Sanders, man, he was there at the time.
Wow.
I wanted to play with Lavelle, Brooklyn kid.
Yeah, man, come on.
Yeah.
Lavelle's still out there doing his thing.
Coaching right now.
Yes.
Czech Republic, yeah. Shout out to that.
So you go to the Hall, great career, over 1,700 points. all-time leader in assists.
Yeah.
Y'all make it to the NCAA tournament.
Sweet 16. Yeah.
And obviously, it was kind of it was a great career. But there's some things that obviously, if you didn't get hurt, you wonder how the story goes.
Yeah.
But I do believe that it happens the way it's supposed to.
It's
right?
funny you say that. So that's my story, right?
Okay.
So everybody got their story. So they're like, well, you ain't make it. I said, no, you're looking at it wrong. The first one in my family that ever graduated from college. First one in my community.
Right.
You know how big that is? So now, right now, is every kid in my community is striving to do that because I did it.
I understand what it means because at the end of the day, the NBA is a goal, right?
Yes.
But the degree is something that they can never take away from you.
Never.
And you cannot be a head coach in college unless you have your degree.
Without it, yeah.
So it was setting you up for what you didn't even probably know was going to be your career. Because as basketball players, we just know we want to hoop, man. Like,
That's it.
Get me to the court.
That's it. That's it.
So now you take your talent and you go overseas. You played in...
Well, before that, so I was out a year and a half with my ankle injury.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah, so when I got back, I made a bonehead decision. You know, New Yorkers, because we're New York. So when I came back, Leonard Hamilton, who's the coach at Florida State right now, he was the head coach with
Washington. Yeah.
So he wanted me to come to the camp, to the free agent camp. I chose New York because of being a New York guy. And because I played against Rick Brunson and those guys in the summertime. So I still think it's summer basketball, where I could go in there and take a spot. But back then, what I didn't know is when you got a guaranteed contract, you set. So they had 3 guys on the roster already. They had Charlie Ward, Chris Childs, and Rick Brunson. So if I know what I know now, I would took my butt to DC. Had a better chance because I played against him for 4 years. So when he called, I should have listened and just went out there for the camp. But you know, it is what it is. It was a learning experience.
Yes,
you know,
yes, and it made you stronger.
Yeah, so the Knicks went all the way to veteran camp. The Nets twice.
Okay.
Golden State. And Toronto. So, you know, I had a little run. Never could get over the hump. The 1 year with the Nets, I was on the team. And Jason Kidd got hurt. If he didn't get hurt, I was still on the team, but he had to go get a starting point guard. So they went and got Travis Best. So that was the political side of that.
So obviously, you know, you played a lot of years overseas.
Yep.
You were fortunate enough to see the world. And kids don't even understand, like, it's a whole different brand of basketball.
It's crazy.
So you had to have it's an adjustment. You got talent, you had success here, but now learning the European game, practicing twice a day, like all of those different things, and you know, a skills practice and then a team practice.
Yeah, well, the first year I went to Israel.
Okay.
Talk about a learning experience.
Okay.
You know, I got off the plane, took me right to the gym, gave me my car. I followed the guy back to my apartment. We had practice that afternoon. I didn't know I'd get back to the gym. You know, I'm late.
But Tel Aviv is a nice city, though.
Oh, great city. But not nice city, great city.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best places I've played because of that.
Listen, man, we're not going to talk about Tel Aviv. But anyway.
No, so, you know, but it started off like that. And I had a couple of OGs, older guys that played on my team that kind of walked me through it.
Yep.
But it was a different brand of basketball because Lamar Jones was the first guy I played against over there.
My man Tickler, shout out to my man
Nice.
Tickler. Yeah.
Now, mind you, I didn't know Lamar. I knew Charles.
Did.
No, I knew Charles.
Yeah,
I grew up, Charles, and I knew Lamar, but, you know.
And he was like a god over there.
God. Sheesh. But, you know, that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
You know, Lamar, you know, he was over there. He was like one of the best guards in the league.
Good dude.
You know, and one of my teammates at Shaheen Holloway was on his team. He was Caucanus.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, I had, got a chance to talk with him and kick with him. And just to learn the physicality of playing over there and learn the business side of it.
Yeah.
Like, if you ain't winning, they send you home.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about, like, you could average 25, all that. If you're not winning, they send you home. You know, in my first couple of games, I'm out there just trying to have fun. And I learned the hard way.
Right.
You know, I learned the hard way quick. And then, you know what? After that, adjusted to it and had a good career. But, nah.
So that's
I tell Isaiah Whitehead the story, right? Before Isaiah went to, where he ended up going?
I believe he went to
Russia.
Okay.
So he came up here, we kicking it. And he's like, tell me about it. I said, listen, Zeke, it's different, my man. Like, you gotta be, like, from the shoulders down, you can play over there. From the shoulders up is what I'm worried about.
Okay.
Everyone can adjust to playing an overseas game and being over there by yourself. Like you said, it's like football. Unless you're on a Euro team, you're playing once a week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now it's probably different. Now you probably play a couple days a week, but you're playing once a week. You practice 2 or 3 days. The people from that country have regular jobs, so everything is put on Americans. Everything. You talking twice, we was practicing 3 times a day.
Wow.
Like I'm talking about conditioning the woods and all that type stuff. Stuff that you're like, I'm not doing that. But
Just check.
you know what I mean?
The check is nice.
And it might be late. A month or 2. You know what I'm saying? Nothing you can do about it. That's why you gotta get most of the majority of it before you sign.
Listen, man, it's no union.
None of that.
It's no boys. Nobody you go to.
None of that.
Either you gonna stay and play,
Yeah,
or you gonna boogie.
the agent can't do nothing for you. He's too far away. There's nothing you can do.
And people don't understand the business of basketball. So, Shah, when we have people on the show, what I try to do is enlighten people.
Yeah.
Because they see what's on TV, right? And they see the glitz of you being a head coach. You know what I mean? Young guy, still could probably get out there and boogie with the kids, but they don't know all the stuff before that went into getting you here. So the perspective is always, you know what, man? I'm gonna put everything out there and do the best that I can to be the best that I can, because I know it doesn't have to be this way.
Yeah.
Right? It could be different. So now your journey goes on as a coach.
Yeah.
Right? And you share with me that you first started off at Seton Hall with Gonzalez, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then move on to Iona. And then you and Willard kind of get tied in, and you guys have a run over there at Iona. And success, what was the Iona experience, and how did it prepare you for this?
It was tough because, you know, it's, you know, like there's so many thoughts going through my mind right now, so many things I want to say, but I know the political side, I gotta be careful. But it was tough because when I first got the job at Iona, I couldn't get a player from New York.
Wow.
Which is strange for me.
I'm gonna plug something right now, so stay with me. You know the St. John's thing just happened.
Yes.
So I'm on the phone for maybe 7 hours yesterday talking St. John's basketball. Now I'm not directly tied to it. I love St. John's as an alma mater, and you know I'll help anybody get a kid. So there's a bunch of people vying to get
the assistant job,
right? And there's things that are going on that we know that are happening, and chess pieces being moved, and kids that I know that can help. So now you're faced with the same thing that they're gonna face. And it's at
the highest level.
The highest level. Big East basketball, which you played.
The highest
so
level.
how does Mike Anderson come in and connect with the right people? Like that's a hard navigation. So it's funny that you say it was so what was your experience with dealing with that reality of people you know, you played against, played with,
grew up with, all that stuff. You know, it was tough. It was disappointing.
Okay.
But you know, I learned a lesson early.
Okay.
Early in my career, early in my coach career, I learned a lesson. You know, there's a lot of people out there that say they're gonna help before you get somewhere, and then when you get there, they don't help. But there's also a lot of people that need your help. You know what I'm saying? So let me break that down. So when I'm at Iona, there might be some kids that's not MAC players. They might be Division II players, but guys want you to take them. So now they're calling you to take them. But now I'm calling guys that I want, guys that's probably low Atlantic 10 players, colonial players that I want to try to get to MAC.
Everybody wants to go a level above.
But yeah, but nobody will help me. But everybody need my help because they got low level players.
In turn, it might hurt you.
No, it was hurting me. So funny thing is,
you took some guys you probably shouldn't have.
No, so my first year at Iona, I got all Jersey guys except one. So I got all Jersey guys. I came and got Scott Machado, started the whole thing for us. You know, look, NBA player. You know,
another
New York
guy.
Long Island, but check this out. The only school that I was battling with him was Norfolk State. Why? Because Rob from Long Island. And Coach Rob was from Long Island.
Gotcha.
So he knew Scott because he coached him in high school.
Gotcha.
You know, so we got Scott. I picked Scott at St. Benedict's with Danny. But he was playing with some auto. So he started getting, you know, some big-headed. He started getting big-headed. Now he was wanting to go to Providence. So, you know, that's all that story. So we got Scott. We got Jamel Jenkins from St. Pat's.
Yep.
We got like 4 or 5 kids. And then I went and got a kid from Queens because, shout out to my man Billy, man, from Wings. Great
Billy,
dude, man.
oh yeah, Billy Turns. What's up, Bill? Gotta have Bill on the show.
Great dude. You know, Bill from Queens. You know, Bill
Jamaica.
from Queens.
Gotcha.
So, Trinity Fields.
Okay.
So Trinity Fields played at Cardoza.
Yep.
You know, coach from Ron Clario, you know, great man. I was supposed to go on Cardoza, but you know, they had skipped in a couple of dudes.
Okay.
You know, all my dudes. So anyway, I had to get out of Queens. So make a long story short, Billy plugged me in with Trinity brother.
Okay.
So Trini Bell knew me from the hood. We started kicking it.
Right.
So he sent Trini out there. Now Trini was first team All City.
Wow.
And, yeah, Trini was supposed to go to South Carolina. Ended up coming to Iona.
That's a big get.
Big get. So we ended up getting training, and that's from there it kind of opened up the gates. But before that, I couldn't get in.
So now you do your thing at Iona.
Yep.
Y'all move on. Now here's the thing that I want to know and I want to share with people too. Willard gets the job at Seton Hall. Is it a no-brainer? Like you going? Because sometimes you see head coaches move up a level and they may not bring their guys with them.
Well, that scenario was different because that was together. You know what I mean? So it's
well, let's just know, all-time leading assist man, 1,700 points. You know that there's some leverage to be spoken about for that.
You know what? I believed in Coach.
Okay.
No, I believe in Willard. I believe in Kev. That's like my brother. You know.
Right.
When I placed a call to at the time was the AD, who's now the AD at Rutgers. Dean Hobbs. I placed a call to him like, you should give Kev a look. You think he's ready? Like, I know he's ready.
Okay.
So he called Coach, spoke to Coach. He called Patino stamped it. The rest is history.
But those stamps, right?
Yeah.
When somebody calls and you trying to get the job and there's 17 people in the race.
Well, no, what? Before that, I don't want to take anything away from. He's a heck of a coach.
We know that.
Well, it was because of him why he got the job.
Of course.
I just was a piece of it.
Of course,
So
but we all need help.
Facts.
And it's like there's 17 people in the race that they show, but there's really only 2.
Really only 2. Yeah.
Right? So when it comes down to it, it's like Mike Anderson got the job, but Clues was in the race, James Jones was in the race, but there's certain things that happen that will allow Mike Anderson to get the job. And I think he's a great coach. His history, his lineage, his whole story. So now, let's talk about the next step. You go from Seton Hall, a lot of success. You guys, recruiting, you guys did.
But it was hard.
Amazing. Yeah.
No. The first 5 years was murder.
You watching from the bottom to the top. Hoops, here with Shaheen Holloway, super producer, the Black Elvis.
Black
Stay
Elvis.
tuned.